Okay, Renaissance Guy, trends change. Just thought I'd quickly do a video for my channel, and really I just want to talk about a couple of things on mind, and I want to share a story. So settle back. Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, in the green hills of Yorkshire, yesterday I went shopping. Just needed to pick up a few items whilst I was going about my own business, getting things done at work, etc, etc. Now, I was wearing my cleaning supervisor V-neck shirt, and figured, well, I've got an hour before I have to go to my next job. Luckily things had gone quiet for the time being, so I could get things done. So I entered this particular store and I started to do the shopping, and as I went along I noticed there were the store wasn't, well, it wasn't dirty, but some things left a lot of things to be desired and needed to be done. However, since it wasn't my place to deal with that, I carried on. As I walked around the shelf, walked around the aisle, I had a tap on my shoulder, and there was rather an indignant gentleman, and he said, "Aren't you going to clean that up?" And I was like, well, no, I'm not actually the cleaner here. I know it says mobile cleaning supervisor, but I'm not the cleaner here. I am sure one of the cleaners in the store will come and clean it up. Would have thought that would have been okay. Well, I think it's a disgrace. You're a cleaner, you should be cleaning it up, and you should be getting on with things, and you should be doing your job. So once again, just in case he missed it, because I did have other things on my mind, I politely said to him, "I understand, it's not very good, is it? However, I'm not a cleaner here. I'm from a cleaning company that does not cover here. I'm sure that one of the Morrison's cleaning crew will get..." Oh, sorry, I said this. I didn't mean to say the word, but I said I'm sure this particular store will get one of their cleaning crew and clean it up. Well, if you're a cleaning supervisor, you should be having words with someone about cleaning this up. It's a disgrace. At this moment in time, I'm thinking, I'm sure this guy is speaking English. I'm sure I'm speaking English. I'm sure that I have conveyed my stance on the situation. And certainly, I'm sure I've made it very, very plain, very clear that this wasn't my particular realm of responsibility. So I tried to walk away, and he was following me around and saying to people how disgraceful it was. Until finally, I ran into a store staff, and I said, "Look, this gentleman seems to think that I clean here. I don't. Can you get one of your cleaning staff to go and clean it up?" And the poor young lass was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry that..." I'm like, "Yes, man, no, it's not a problem." You know. Anyway, apparently this young girl went and said to her manager, and the manager, I think the manager went up to this gentleman and explained that I wasn't a member of their cleaning staff. And even after this gentleman was told, he still had a few glares for me as I was checking out my my produce. A few glares from him. You know, it's we're in a world now where people have been fed so much by establishments, by so much they're being fed with pure inane, needless information, pumped full of ideas that simply are irrelevant, that people now will only accept what they want to hear rather than what they actually need to hear. I was on the phone to someone at work, and they were talking about a few things which really wasn't in my realm to deal with. And what they were talking about was first not within my realm to deal with, even though I'm covering for my area manager. The realm with what she was talking about wasn't in my realm, wasn't within my pay grade, and wasn't in my circle of influence or authority that I could deal with. And what she was talking about, there were some things that were said to her that, again, this person didn't like to hear. She didn't want to hear, and she didn't feel that she deserved it and was coming through, well, I've got this, I've got that, I have this, I have that. And through this week, there's a lot of things I've learned where people are so blocked from thinking outside the box, for thinking for themselves. They literally cannot accept things that they don't want to accept. See, part of critical thinking, part of being successful, taking your life into your own hands, dealing with what you need to deal with, is purely starts within oneself. To think, to weigh up information, and to decide what the best course is for them to move forwards with. Critical thinking requires for us to accept the fact that we may feel offended, and to recognise the fact that whilst we may feel offended, subjectively, offendability is down to oneself rather than someone making you feel offended. And this is a problem that we have in whatever walk of life you're in. And I was talking with one of my superiors, and I said, why is it that people just can't stand in their place and lift and think and do what needs to be done? I don't understand why that's so hard. Yes, there may be some things that we may find difficult to think around. I have things, especially new technology, iPhones I'm useless with, and our company uses iPhones, and I said to my area manager, honestly, I'm useless with the iPhone. I really need a lot more practice and a lot more to really understand how to use it, because I use an Android. But we all have to accept the fact that we need to learn. And like I said to one person, discipline doesn't, when you're in a disciplinary or a discipline, sometimes it isn't the fact that they are telling you off, it's the fact that you enter into a discipline to help discipline yourself to become that which you need to be in your sphere of responsibility. And I think an awful lot of people are scared of this word, discipline. And yet, some of the most successful, some of the most prominent people in this world are disciplined in their craft. Without discipline, direction and guidance, we cannot become more than what we are. And sometimes discipline does mean that you might have to hear things that may go against your grain. But in order for you to work and become more, you have to hear it. So I'm going to leave those thoughts today on this channel. And certainly there are some things that I've been thinking of for myself for the next few years on how I can discipline myself more in my work. How I can perhaps think a little more objectively rather than reactionary. So I wanted to leave that and leave those thoughts, and I hope you follow along with them. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give a like, subscribe. If it might help someone to overcome a bit of a difficult time, then please pass it on. I'll catch up with everybody later.